Tetris.
It gives you a good idea of the tone of this game, how goofy it is. I love it. So how you guys doing, guys? This is Gaijin Hunter, and I got lucky. I got a preview copy of Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I generally play a lot of games, and I don't show them all on my channel unless I had a good time, and I did have a good time. So I wanted to show it off, so in case some of you have a Switch and you're curious about getting it, because it does come out on the 25th in America, the 27th in Europe, and I believe something like May 1st or something like that for Australia. So it's just around the corner, but this is Puyo Puyo Tetris. It includes two games, which is Tetris and Puyo Puyo, and it mixes them together. I don't know how they managed to balance it, because the games are similar but they're different. But as you can see here on the preview screen, when you do like versus mode, you can just choose your flavor. It could be either Tetris or Puyo Puyo, or one of the new challenging modes, which mixes the two together, which I'll show off. I stink at Puyo Puyo. I've actually never played it before, so please forgive any gameplay demo I give. I just want to show off the game and what type of stuff you can expect if you want to pick it up. So let's jump right in. First thing down here is just some quick shortcuts if you want to do some arcades, if you just want to play some classic arcade Puyo Puyo, Fusion, or Tetris, but we're going to go into the main menu here. Now, one restriction I do have is I'm not allowed to show off adventure, which is kind of a shame because this is something I really like. It's actually my favorite mode out of the entire game. It's like a story mode, so it's the world and characters of Puyo Puyo meet Tetris, and when the worlds collide, you get some funny scenarios, the characters talk and they enjoy themselves, and you have some stages that you clear. And as you clear them, you'll earn credits and points, and you can use those in the shop here to unlock, let's say, new skins for your Puyos, new skins for Tetraminos, and even additional voice boxes. So if you really like one of the voice characters, you can unlock alternate voices, which is sort of like they do a bunch of attacks and they say different things. So this is just another pack to better enjoy the characters that you play as. This scene is really robust, though. You can tell like this game is not a rushed product. It's very well designed. The UI is cool. I love the font. It's super readable. And it's got everything. So we have full story mode. We've got solo arcade, which we'll look into. Multiplayer arcade if you are doing it local, which is great with the Switch because this is really the concept, right? Is that I can just take off one of the Joy-Cons, hand it to somebody, and we can be playing two-player arcade, like versus. Boom, right there. It does support up to 4 players, so if you have additional Joy-Cons, like if you're picking them up with arms or something like that, you'll be able to play with 4 people and just one Switch. So be the limelight of the party, so to say. Bring your Switch and have some fun. We have online, which is, we'll also get into that, and then we have lessons. So lessons is really good because someone like me, I've never really played Puyo Puyo, so I don't know how to play. This will go through and very nicely walk you through all the different like sort of ways to play the game. As you can tell, I've already done the beginner, but there are advanced and experts, so it is going to teach you. I'll show you really quickly what at least the screen looks like. And it's just this. It's very simple, but it's very step-by-step and really teaches you how to play. So, very good if you don't know how. And the fusion is really fun. Okay, so let's check out solo arcade so you can see all the different modes that this scene has. So we have versus, and the cool thing about versus is when you choose it, you can choose either endurance and see how far you can go, or battle, and you can go all the way up to 4 players at one time or 1. But when you do versus, you do get to choose whether you want to play as doing Puyos or with Tetris. And you can even choose the CPU. So let me do a quick little thing here. I'll show you. I'll play Tetris, and we'll set my opponent as S, and she'll be playing Puyo. You can do all sorts of different stuff. You can customize the match. You can add in handicaps if you're better than your opponent, or if you just want to have a better challenge, and then you can go and play. Sound effects are funny. And it's Tetris, just as you know and love. Obviously, I don't know if there's ever been a bad implementation of this game, but this one is certainly it's well done. It feels good. It feels right. One of the weird things is they did disable it in the options, but you can turn on HD Rumble. And HD Rumble is nice because it gives you a little bit more of a sort of like a jabbed feeling when you lay down the pieces. So I definitely recommend that if you pick up the game that you go ahead into the options and turn that on, just so you have better feedback on what you're doing. Let's get a Tetris here. You can tell that the voice actors had a lot, like a really fun time, especially in the adventure mode. They really get into the delivery of some of their lines, and there's nothing more I like more than feeling that they had a good time, because that's going to help you have a good time. It's very Saturday morning cartoony. I like it. The animations are cute. You can hit R and you can hold their piece. I know that wasn't in the some versions of the game, I believe, but you can do that, so that'll help you plan out your strategies even better. Anyways, you did not come here to watch me play Tetris all over and over again. So let me change modes here so we can check out all the other stuff. We do have Fusion, which I'll show off in a second, and that is the two modes put together. It's really challenging. Swap, which is fun. So let's check out Swap really fast. So Swap, pretty much you're going to be playing two games at once. It's a versus match, so the more that you match, you're going to be disrupting your opponent's board, which makes it pretty funny.
My time to shine. Are you prepared?
And pretty much like you start focusing on either the Tetris or the Puyo Puyo, and then after 25 seconds or so, it changes the board on you. And the problem is when it changes the board, if you're not prepared for it, the piece that you have dropping down is just going to drop wherever you left it. And that can create for some really, really weird situations where you have pieces where you don't want them to be, and all sorts of stuff like that. Let's see if I can quick get a Tetris so I can disrupt their board. Go! Yeah, so you see I'm dropping all these like ghost blocks onto them. Oh! And here it goes, it changes us into Puyo Puyo. Now I stink at Puyo Puyo, so don't don't even mention it in the comments. There we go. And it switches you back, so very fun. I think this will be a blast when you have another player. Let's change modes here. You have Challenge. Challenge is good for those who just want to get a lot of mileage out of the game. You have stuff like Endless Fever, which is time limit, and you do as much as you can do. There's Endless, which is like arcade. You have Tiny Puyo Puyos, where it's like they're really small. You have the Ultra, which is, here we go, sorry, reach the highest score in 3 minutes. You have Marathon, which is, you know, trying to clear the most efficient way to clear it with getting the most amount of points you can possibly get. And then Sprint, where they tell you, okay, 40 lines, go. And you see how fast you can do it. So lots of good options there. I think those are fun. You have Big Bang. This is really interesting. So Big Bang is all about attacking your opponent. So if you're pretty much giving a board to clear, and if you can clear it faster, you'll start disrupting the other player's board. Let's go ahead and check this out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set this to multiplayer so you can see how crazy it can get. So let's do 2 opponents here. There we go. And let's play. So I am on the far left side here. Lucky attack. So they're giving you a board here, and the idea is to clear it as fast as you can. And then after a certain amount of seconds, it will determine who won the round, and then you'll deal damage to the other player, and the one who obviously knocks down their life point wins. Okay, who did it? Come on. I think I did good, didn't I? Here we go. What happens? Who won? Oh, wow. Second player got whacked there. But you guys get the idea. It cracks your screen, and as you keep going, the best player remains and wins. So, good fun time. And then you have party mode, which is kind of like an item-based thing, and I really think I need other players in order to show this one off. So let's go ahead and show off Fusion, because I'm sure a lot of you like me are kind of curious is how do you mix Tetris and Puyo Puyo together in the same mode, right? So again, this is challenging. It's not supposed to be an easy one, I think. Yeah, so let me see if I can explain it why I play. It's going to be a little bit tough. I'm going to ignore my opponent here. But basically, let's say I have a lot of Puyos, right? So you're going to play this just like regular Puyo Puyo. But every now and then, Tetris pieces are going to drop. And when Tetris pieces drop, they are strong and heavy, so they will go all the way down to the bottom until they hit another Tetris piece or the board, and they will squash any Puyo in their way. Now this allows you to obviously clear the Puyos, but then they come crashing down. So watch this. Let's say I want to place this on the bottom left. I just place it down here and it'll start going down. And the problem is that after like another turn, they're going to rain right back down on you. So it doesn't make much of a difference early in the game, but later in the game you're going to have to be very careful about what you do there. This piece changes now. Quick hit at why it's a Tetris piece. Lots of very time sensitive things like that. So for a battle mode, especially if you're going up against someone good, like stuff's going to get pretty crazy pretty fast. There we go. It's coming up. No! Anyway, it's pretty challenging, and as you match lines, which I did not there, you will disrupt the opponent's board, so it's a lot of good fun, but very challenging, especially if you're against someone who knows what they're doing. Okay, and did we cover pretty much most of everything here? Yeah, and then obviously it has a very robust online, so if you like competition, it's very cool. They have an entire league, which is the Puzzle League, with full ranking points and everything. You have free play, which is just online matches. You can save your replays or you can watch replays. Now granted, this isn't out in the West yet, so I really don't see any interesting replays that are up there yet. But just to show you what that looks like, you can take this. This is a Tetris versus Tetris player. It does speed it up, which is nice, and you can adjust your playback speed. So they've definitely thought about this when they implemented it, which is cool. The person on the right's getting smoked. Anyways, we're not going to watch their entire match. Cool, so you know what, I think I will play one game and then we'll end it there, but I just wanted to show off the game because yeah, it's got a lot of modes. The adventure is cool. I like the ability of unlocking characters, and I think it's got enough options here to definitely justify the price tag if you're into puzzle type of games. And if you have kids, like the Switch on the road, being able to play puzzle games, that's going to be awesome. So I definitely recommend it for anybody using the Switch in a family situation. Let's do versus here. Let's go and do against one opponent. I'm going to play as who? I'll play as T. Okay, wish me luck, guys. It's gonna be like the Let's Play syndrome. I'm gonna do like really bad.
Not good.
Yeah. No! He got me. I was gonna move it over to the right. Oh well. I lose that. What a pathetic match. It happens. Mistakes were made. Oh man. Anyways, it's a good time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little preview. I'm trying to cover some Switch games that I play because I know a lot of you may have just gotten a Switch or might be thinking about it, and there's not a lot of games to play. Zelda's awesome. But we're always looking for new ways to play with our new toys, so I think this is a cool one and certainly worth the price. It's not a full review. I'm just previewing it. This is just me playing you and sharing my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, happy switching.